strong enough that I can shake the brain. Hey, Mr. Sunshine, Mr. Rainstorm, meet me in the conference room.
Hi guys, it's Mino, and today we are starting off with a bit of a different episode. We are doing a bit of a helpful episode for you guys out there, and something that I wish I had when I was starting factions. And today, what I've decided to do is create a episode about the best ways to make money in factions. I've been playing factions for probably just under a year now. You guys have been there every step of the journey, and I know when I've wanted to learn different things about factions, it's actually quite hard to get a lot of good tips out there or get the right information that you need. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to produce a video for you guys that should hopefully help you out and will give you the needs to know about how to make money in factions, because that is probably one of the best things you need to do and the basis of when you are creating a good faction and trying to get better and better is you need money. So hopefully in this episode we will be learning different techniques and different ways to get money in factions, and I'll be explaining from probably just starting out on factions up to when you've got lots of money already and how you can make that money into even more money and the best ways to do that. So I will be doing it in stages, up and up and up. We're going to get straight into the first stage, which I believe is the first thing you should do when you're getting into factions. Okay then guys, step one in my opinion is to go mining. I believe this is a very good way to get money nice and quick, and all you need is normally a very simple pickaxe which you can start off with, and then you can get hold of your stone, get your stone pickaxe, and then you can move straight onto the iron. I found this cave really easily. I just did my / wilderness on the server, and I was able to find this area nice and quick. And you can always find lots of ores in abandoned mine shafts or just mining anyway. You can do strip mine, any type of mining technique you want, and you can normally find a good amount of ores. Of course, the better the ore, so diamond, gold, and then iron will be the lowest probably, and then there's always coal to get, but the better the ore, the more money you can get when you go and sell it. But I find this is a good way of getting money when you're just starting out on factions, because it's very simple to do. It can be quite quick. People can find good, they call them veins of ores, but people can find veins of ores very quickly, and that makes everything a whole lot easier. So as you can see, I'm just going around here trying to grab as much as I can. And the thing is, with the cobblestone, you can sell that as well. I believe most faction servers do allow that, so you can sell that as well. But this is what you can definitely do on treasure wars, and I believe on most faction servers you can sell the stone. But as you can see, you can go around and you can quickly start getting a lot of ores, and then this makes it easier for when smelting. Did the lava go? There we go. And there we go. So as you can see, I've got just under half a stack now of iron, and I've got absolutely loads of coal, because you usually get more coal than anything else. But if you spent maybe a good hour, a good half an hour searching around, mining all this up, you could come away with a lot of stuff, and then when selling it, that sets you up for starting off with the next step in making money in factions. So the next step after doing all your mining, selling all your ores, I believe is to create a manual farm. This can be any type of, it can be wheat, it can be pumpkins, it can be cactus. But I find the best one to do is sugarcane, as I believe it's the easiest to set up, and it's very, very easy to get hold of. It's normally quite cheap in a lot of shops, and you can normally find it out in the wilderness if you are lucky enough to come across it. But what you can do is you can make these farms as big as you want. It doesn't need much materials, but if you just AFK this or you're nearby, this will start to grow very quickly, and it's very easy to get hold of a lot of wheat. Doing the mining first, I believe, helps get you enough money to be able to get a nice big wheat farm. This is quite small to start off with. You can make this long, you can make it a lot higher, you can build it up. There's loads of different ways you can build your wheat farms. I just made quite a simple one, but you can make them as big as you want or as wide as you want, and they can be actually quite cheap. As you can see there, it does grow quite quickly when you're nearby, and I think this is an awesome way to start making money when you're doing jobs maybe around your base. So we'll have this up and running, and now and then what you can do is just break all of this down and then start making yourself money. So you can sell hand if you have the command, or you can do it at the shop, but over time this will slowly make more and more money. And I know every time I've started factions, I've always gone with the sugarcane farm, because I believe it makes the most money very quickly, Wheat farms are also very good, and so are pumpkins. Sometimes I think they take a bit longer because they have to grow up through the stages, but this just grows up once and then you can break it. So I do have to admit this is probably the next best thing to go with the low amounts of money you'll have, but I believe it will make you a good amount of money in the short term. So that is the second step to making money in factions. Okay then guys, the next step in making more money in factions is, after you've made a manual farm, is to make an automatic farm. I believe the best way in doing this is with cactus. Cactuses are very easy to get hold of when you've got a good amount of money, and then to turn them into an automatic farm, they are quite simple and easy to do. There are loads of videos out there on to make them very efficient, but there are many simple ways where you can just place either fence posts or just place blocks. So that means as it grows up, it will hit that block, because cactus doesn't grow and there's a block above it or next to it, and this causes it to fall down, and then this means they will all fall into water and go into funnel and can be collected. If you do load the chunk up when you're AFKing it, this can make a lot of money, and then of course the more money you have, you can make this bigger and bigger. After having a manual farm, going to an automatic farm is a really good idea, because this just makes it so much easier when you're trying to make lots of money and don't really want to do anything. This means you can be getting on with other things, or even just be AFK, not near your keyboard or not on your computer, and you can be making a good amount of money. What I'm going to do is hopefully head down here and show you. Should be down here somewhere. I may have gone the wrong way already. I believe it's in here. Should we see if we can get through? Not too sure where to go. You know, we'll pop down here, block that back up. I did have this planned out. It's through here and through here. Here we go. And this is Awesome Ash's cactus farm. He did make this all himself, got it done very quickly, and as you can see, it does begin to stack up quite a lot. So there's not loads I think at the moment, because we just emptied it. But once we've been there, we have made a good amount of cactus, and as you can see, if you do have slash sell hand, it makes it a lot easier. If you don't, then it's not too bad, you can sell it all. But there you go, that is 2.2k just made, and you can make it very easily, and it's absolutely brilliant. Cactus farms, I think they're one of the best ways to make money. They work for even when you've got lots of money, because you can make them absolutely massive, because you can get absolutely loads. But I have to admit, it is a very good way of making money, and it can help you in the long run, because it will just keep making more and more money, and it's very simple to make, and as you expand it, you get more. So it's a brilliant way to do it, and I highly recommend it for making lots of money in factions, because it is just very efficient. I don't know why it says there, but see, we've almost got a stack, and that's just from us being nearby, and this can be made so much bigger, so that's absolutely awesome. So let's get on to the next step after an automatic farm. So after having your automatic farm, I believe it is a good idea to start investing in spawners. I believe nearly every faction server will have a way to buy spawners, or if you find them in abandoned mine shafts, you need to have Silk Touch. But the good thing about these is you start getting XP. On treasure wars, you can use XP to get hold of clue scrolls, which then when you complete them, you can get more rewards. Other servers have different uses of XP. It might be to get enchantment things or just other things for it, but I know XP on most servers is very valuable. Also, when you do this, you can get a lot of spawner drops, which you can then also resell. So you can get spider eyes, better sword. So this is where having a good grinding sword can come in handy, and then it means you can just get a lot more drops, a lot more XP, and then in the long run it just becomes better and better. So this way I believe is good, because then all the money you make off the automatic farm you can put into lots and lots of spawners. Spiders, or I think cave spiders, are very good, because with a normal diamond sword, I think, or with like an enchanted diamond sword, it can be one shot, making it a lot easier to kill. And what it does is you get lots of different drops, which will sell for a big range of prices, and you can also get a good amount of XP. So this XP can stack up for a long time, and of course the more spawners you have, the more XP you get. And also having high amounts of looting means you get more and more drops, and that means you can sell all those items to make even more money. but I think this is a very effective way because you can have this going on near your automatic farm, and that means you're getting money both ways. But as you can see there in AH, which is the auction house, is people are already wanting to buy XP, meaning it's a very profitable way to make lots of money just by selling XP or using it for yourself. It's whatever makes it better, but I have to admit, doing grinders for mobs is very good for making money because you can sell the drops and you can sell the XP. So now we're going to go on to probably the final way of making money in factions. So on to the final way, which I believe is the best way to make money in factions, is automatic grinders. So this is where you have your spawners, and for most mobs it is a dropping mechanism or it's a burning mechanism, and this means all you have to do is, as you can see up there, Ash is set up there AFKing it, and these will drop at a very quick rate the more and more spawners you have. And then you have a hopper system, and this will build this up, and then you can just leave this for a long time, and then you can sell it all. Different mobs have different uses a lot of the time, so creepers are normally used for making lots of TNT. You've got IGs, which are normally used for selling the iron. Same with Enderman, you can sell the ender pearls. Cows, you normally sell their meat. But all the grinders have different sizes, so IGs normally need a very big area to be efficient. Certain ones can have small, so as you can see, creepers can be quite small, or if you want to make them bigger, you can. But I believe this is probably one of the best ways to do it because you do a least amount of work by AFKing it, but you can get a lot of drops for a very good price. As you can see, I think we've got about 3 maybe up there, and they come at a very good rate. If you think if you had 30 up there or whatever, you get absolute loads. And all you got to do is maybe start off with 1, and then as you make more money, go into 2, and then keep making more and more money. And this is what a person in our faction called Darko said, known as the snowball effect. He would say about putting in 1 spawner, and then he would save up lots of money and then would buy another spawner. And this was an absolutely brilliant way, which I thought he had to give credit to, because probably other people knew about it, but he was the person that taught me how to do it and was the one that was able to help me come up with some of these ideas. I don't know how that creepers are out, but sometimes you get those dodgy creepers. But yes, this is a good way of making lots of money in the faction area because it is very simple to set up, and you just need a good amount of money, which you can get from doing all the other stages, and then gradually you'll be able to get more and more spawners. And that is the best set of ways to make money in factions. There are some exceptions which I'm going to go over now in the different servers that you play on, but these first about 5 steps are the best things to do on factions to make a good amount of money on nearly every faction server. So to wrap off the video now, I just wanted to go over about 2 other things that people will probably do when they are trying to make a good amount of money. Both of them can be very risky, and you probably need to be quite skilled to do both of them. The first one is PvP. I know a lot of people that are very good at PvP and are good at coming up with a good god set. Will go out there, will fight other people in good god sets, and they'll either sell it, the set, or will either sell it back to the player in a good amount of money. I know a lot of people on the server that I play on would do this. They would get good god sets, resell them back to the owner, or sell them to anyone, and this could make people a lot of money. And it's a very good way of doing it, but it has a high risk because you have to have a good god set to fight in. You're probably quite skilled in PvP, and these are some other things you have to take into account before trying this way, but I know it is a very good way. The second way is raiding. I know we haven't done much on this faction series, but we are going to be doing a lot more in the future. We've got a lot of bases we want to take down, but I believe raiding is a brilliant way of making lots of money, but you do need to have a very skilled cannoner to do that, because you want to raid the big bases that have got lots of defenses, because they're going to have all of the spawners. But on the server we've got, there are many massive factions that have got absolutely loads and loads of spawners, and if you can raid them, get all those spawners, you are making a lot of money. And that is probably one of the best ways to doing it, raiding, because you raid other people, you get all of their loot, and then you take it for yours. That almost means you have to spend that much. Probably the biggest expense of that is TNT, but if you have an automatic creeper farm, that also saves you a lot of money. So that is a very good way of doing it, but you have to be careful because lots of things can go wrong in raiding. But I have to admit, raiding is probably a very strong way of doing a lot of ways of getting money in factions, but also automatic grinders like an IG farm is also a very good way. So they are my top tips and best ways of making money in factions, from when you're just starting to when you've got lots of money. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to come up with some of the best ways and explain all the best ways because I knew I needed help when I was first starting, and hopefully this will help you guys out there. And people who have already started factions might want some tips as well. But I just thought I'd share some of my tips with you guys so you guys could enjoy factions as well and learn different ways to make lots of money. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let's see if we can hit 10 likes on this video. That would be absolutely awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. See ya!